My experiences trading are going to be different from yours, obviously, because I've been trading for 3 years. But the thing that I think we can all agree on is that we all hate losing. So in today's video, I'm going to go over the 3 things that allow me to have a high win rate and the simple principles that help me absolutely rinse prop firms. And so the first thing that I want to go over is that, guys, you have to take less trades. Everyone wants to rush the process. Everyone wants to take more and more trades because they think more trades equals more money. But that's absolutely not true. This is my journal from over the past week and a half, and I've only taken 2 trades during this time period. And why is that? Well, just by looking at the 4-hour, I'm sure you can see why. This is going to tie into the second reason that is going to keep you guys having a higher win rate. But I first want you guys to realize that you guys need to trade a high win rate system on prop firms in order to be profitable. Because if you don't, you're obviously not going to make a good amount of money trading prop firms. It's literally just statistics. You're going to make little to nothing. So when having a high win rate system, you should be taking less trades and sizing into those trades that you actually get. That is how you truly rinse prop firms and make a ton of money. Again, guys, let's just think about it logically, right? If I'm trading a low win rate system, I'm not going to be able to size into trades properly. So I'm always going to have to be trading a low amount of size, probably like less than 5 micros. The other thing that I want to talk about is RR, right? The best way to go about increasing your win rate is by trading a lower RR. So all of my trades are a 1-to-1 RR or a 1-to-2 at the very most. You want to give your trades the best chance to actually end up winning. So why would you trade a 1-to-3, 1-to-4, 1-to-5? That just doesn't make sense. The most profitable traders come from trading 1-to-1 systems. They're able to do that because they take less trades and take advantage of the good setups that they do find. The next thing that is going to help you increase your win rate is by avoiding the losing trades by only trading the best conditions. Again, I'm pretty sure I said this at the beginning of the video, but everyone can take the winning trades. The winning trades are usually pretty easy. It's about staying out of the losing trades that will actually keep you profitable in the longer term. Conditions also kind of ties into the third thing that I'm going to talk about, but let's focus on conditions. And what do I mean when I say conditions? Just by looking at this chart, this is the 4-hour, by the way, but just looking at this chart, I can't really tell you what kind of trend we are in right now. We hop over to the daily chart. It's very up and down. There's not really true expansion. We're all just kind of, ranging up and down within this same area. The reason that conditions are important is because they will oftentimes save you from losing trades. This is how today's chart looked. I was interested in taking a trade to these highs up here, but I did not end up taking a trade because not everything lined up. Now, I could have taken a long up here and have been a little bit looser on my entry. The reason that I didn't do that is because look at how many times we rejected this high. When we're rejecting highs, when we're bouncing back and forth, we're not really expanding in the market. Trades are a lot harder to come by. So in order for me to take a trade to these highs up here, absolutely everything has to line up, and that is just not what happened. I actually saw a lot of people take a trade to these highs on social media, and a lot of them ended up losing. Reason being is because there are really no valid entries, and like the only entry that I would really see here is this one right here, but we're like 200 points away from the draw. And so conditions kind of go in with the next thing that I wanted to talk about, and that is simply A+ setups. Guys, if you take less trades, stay out of bad conditions, and only take A+ setups, your win rate is going to be through the roof. This was the A+ trade that I took last week in Miami, literally the only trade that I took this week, and it's because absolutely everything aligned for me to take this. We manipulated lower and we got an aggressive flip to the upside. We then retraced and reacted great out of this 5-minute gap, and we got a strong closure on the 5-minute, and look what happened. Great delivery through the internal high. This is where I ended up exiting, but it did end up hitting my full take profit. I would have made like $800 on this trade. Another example of an A+ trade. As you can see up here, we are very obviously displacing, coming lower, confirming that we were going to take out this draw right here. We end up stalling, and then we get more delivery. The only thing that I needed to enter this trade was a tap into this 5-minute gap. Once we got a tap into that 5-minute gap and displacement outside of that gap, that is when I entered, and I was literally no drawdown inside of this trade. My position tool is a little bit left. Again, another A+ setup, and I absolutely capitalized on it. $600 across 10 accounts, that's $6,000. What happens when you don't take A+ setups? This looks good from a 30-second time frame standpoint. However, like I just talked about, the conditions were not in my favor. If you go to the left of this chart, you can see a bunch of times where we rejected this same area in price. What I should have done in order to take this trade was wait for a higher time frame closure up here, and I wouldn't have gotten faked out on this trade. It's very easy to take pattern trades, but a lot of the times trades need more context in order for them to actually make sense. Another example of a literal perfect trade. Placement very obviously confirming the draw on liquidity, get a retracement, rebalancing out this leg that we just put in, and then we get very strong displacement, again invalidating this retrace, delivery straight to take profit. But when you fail to realize market conditions, this is what happened. Here is another example of a loss I took because going back, we had rejected this area in price multiple times. Let me show you exactly what that looks like. So this is what the chart looks like going into today. If I want to target this high, considering how many wicks there are up here, I'm going to need a higher time frame closure inside of the bodies of these wicks, because look what can happen if I don't do that. I can get fooled by, if I take this trade, I can get fooled by seeing that we're clearly going up. Heck, this may be a trade that someone took right here, right? Now, why do we not deliver past these highs? Because look what happens. Reject this same high multiple times. So obviously it's going to be a little bit sketch when we get up here again. A lot of times when this happens, we actually need manipulation lower and then distribution higher. So what actually happened for us to sweep out these 4-hour highs? We manipulated lower, we took out draws lower, and then that is what we needed in order to actually get the move higher, as we see right here. We eventually took out these draws today. But this video was kind of all over the place. Again, I really just want to emphasize that less trades is always going to lead to a higher win rate. Being mindful of the conditions you are trading in will also help you increase your win rate. And then only taking A+ setups and sizing into those trades will help you be profitable with prop firms. So again, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm hoping that you took something out of this, that you actually learned how to increase your win rate, because it is a very simple concept. It's just more of the fact that a lot of people get caught up in trying to rush the process, taking 2-3 trades a day, when in reality, you just need 1, 2, 3 good setups a week. So if you guys did learn something from this video, make sure you join the free Discord down below. And if you want to work with me, make sure you fill out the top link in the description to see if you apply. And other than that, guys, I appreciate you for watching, and see you guys in the next video.